Hey everybody, Chris Bond, 21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. On the last episode, we found ourselves in deep space, and that's not a alliteration for a bad situation we were in. It literally was the name of the world. A world based on Disney's Lilo and Stitch, but only the space part of that. So really, it's a world based on the first 15 minutes of a movie, which is kind of weird. They've never really done that before in any other Kingdom Hearts game, not that I can think of. Nothing that really just takes that. They usually just do the movie's plotline or an original plotline. So kind of weird that they're playing around with just a small chunk of change. And to be honest, we've never gone to a traditional Lilo and Stitch world. It's kind of weird. I don't think it's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like they would have announced that already, or we would have seen something of that. Maybe. I mean, still time to see something, but maybe they're saving it for like in the future, another game in the series, maybe in another 20 years when Kingdom Hearts 4 gets announced. But regardless, we just got into some shenanigans with Dr. Jumba? I think it's Jumba. I really don't know Lilo and Stitch. I'm sorry, guys. And we were looking for Experiment 626. We found him, and he kind of was interested in Terra's Wayfinder, which was kind of odd considering the good doctor was telling us that Stitch is like the insta-kill monster that shouldn't have any feelings of anything and just destroy. So that was kind of cool. He kind of thought about the concept of friends, and we kind of had to just escape because the security guards found out that we had escaped ourselves, and so Terra portaled out of there. And that's really it. There's going to be more to that, obviously, with Ventus and Aqua when they go there, so it kind of gets a little bit of the story. So again, some of the worlds kind of has their own little self-contained story, and other worlds kind of have just sort of a part 1, part 2, part 3 kind of a thing. And now we are getting ready to tackle the final world in the game. Combat level 7. I honestly don't know how the combat level works here, because clearly it doesn't mean you have to be level 7 to be here, because I'm level 25 at this point, so clearly not what that means. So yeah, Neverland is back after a long hiatus. We haven't seen Neverland since Kingdom Hearts 1. Technically it was in Days, but we didn't play Days, we watched Days. But even then it was just a couple of little vignettes with Tinkerbell for the most part. Roxas didn't actually encounter Peter Pan, I think, just Tinkerbell, but Captain Hook was in there as well. So let's visit Neverland and see what's going on.
What are they, Captain? Back!
You must get me treasure! Leave them to me.
So as usual for Terra's campaign, we're already encountering the villain of the world, Captain Hook and Smee, which, I gotta admit, that is actually kind of clever that they're using Terra to meet the villain of the world, which might be, I don't know if they're going to do this with Kingdom Hearts 3, and maybe Sora's not the right character to do that with. Terra obviously works because he's kind of a conflicted character with his darkness, so he obviously would be there. So like Riku would do that too, like when Riku met only his dark enemies from his memory in Reach Chain of Memories. That was kind of the same kind of concept here, but I think that that's something that maybe they should think about doing in a future game, maybe. Like have you meet the villain first and then learn that, oh, that's not really good. Because I feel like it's always a constant, it's sort of like very coincidental that we managed to always run into the good guy in the Disney world that we're visiting. And I'm going to use Mind Square because I want to show you guys what that does. So yeah, Mind Square puts all like these things around you, and if anything comes near you, it explodes. It's like little Claymore mine traps. So that's I like that. It's really cool. And we're actually not doing too bad fighting these guys. I know I've been kind of dying on some of the boss fights a little bit, but for the unversed fights, hey, I'm not dying as much as I was at the beginning of the playthrough, so I will take it definitely. Which means I definitely have to level up at that same point when we get to the other two characters' campaigns, which we're closely getting to. We're almost at the end here with Terra, so definitely getting to the end here, at least the first end, before we have to do 2 more endings. And I'm probably going to heal real fast because they're definitely going to kill me. Blinding Strike, what I get? Critical Impact, nice. Always nice when you get, it's always cool like when you're fighting something and it looks like you're doing really good, and then you get the command gauge to change, so it's always fun, man. I think that should finish him off. One more hit. Boom! Defense increased. Oh, looks like there's one more guy. Defense good, and level 26. Nice. Definitely going to be like level 35 by the time I face the final boss. I might need to grind. But yeah, I think that would be cool if we met maybe the villain. Granted, that well might run dry pretty fast, but...
If I desired your assistance, I'd have demanded it. We had the situation under control. Isn't that right, Smee?
Oh, yes, Captain, completely. We would have cleaved those fiends to the brisket, we would. Why, I'd have given them a little of this and this.
And don't think your efforts mean you'll get a share of me treasure, understand?
I'm not after your precious box, Captain. I'm looking for a person. A boy wearing a mask. Ring any bells?
No, not a one.
Figures.
It's me, you blithering barnacle. We're off. We shall leave this place before the light draws them back again.
Oh. Hey, hold on. What did you just say about the light?
Ah, yes, it's heartbreaking, really. This chest, you see, contains light gathered from all around. And I've got an acquaintance, a boy, who's sure to try and seize it.
A boy who's after the light. If it's not Vanitas, then who? Hey, why don't I help you keep the light safe? Maybe you could tell me more about this boy who's troubling you. What's his name?
Peter Pan! This chest must be brought to Skull Rock safely. Don't let that Peter Pan anywhere near it.
Right. I got you covered.
So I like how Terra just woke up from his nap over there to be like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm looking for Vanitas. Also, funny, we haven't ran into Vanitas in any single world that we've been in as Terra. And I know that might seem a little odd, like, why haven't we run into him? Well, Vanitas isn't really connected to Terra's story. He's connected to one of the other characters, so we're going to see him a lot when we play as that character. So here we are in the gully, and real fast, this is what I mentioned about way back in the playthrough for Kingdom Hearts 1 when we were in Neverland. You might remember I mentioned how the original Peter Pan movie kind of not something Disney likes to talk about all that much in more modern times because of a little thing with the Indians. You see, the Indians in the original Peter Pan are drawn with very, very distinguishing red faces. So it's the most racist thing you could probably imagine. And granted, in today's more PC-friendly culture, that's probably frowned upon. I mean, granted, I bet that was frowned upon back in the day too, because pretty apparently bad. I mean, you could tell, like, oh boy, they weren't even like trying to hide it. Like, they literally made their faces beet red. Like, it was bad. Although I swear to God, I can't really remember that much, but I'm pretty sure the Princess Tiger Lily, the one in the tribe, I don't think her face was that red. The chief though, his face was bad. Like, it was really bad. Like, there was no like, oh, it's only slightly red. No, I'm talking like full on like bad. Like, no. Like, someone in the art department should have looked at it and been like, guys, no, let's not do that. So yeah, this is the Indian camp that I'm fighting in right now. I haven't even mentioned it because I've been too busy fighting all the unversed. But yeah, this is the Indian camp, obviously. You can see by the teepees and everything. But the Indians are not in this game. No, it's just the camp. And I guess, I don't even know why they bothered putting it in. Like, were they, I feel like they were maybe tempted to put one or two of them in here. And then they were just like, we can't do that because that's going to be a problem. I mean, like, the games have been censored for stupider shit. This is an important thing to probably censor if you're going to do it. So, I mean, probably was just safer to just say, you know what, let's not do that. Let's not put in the Indians. So let's just put the TP in and it'll pretend like they're there. So, yeah, I think that's why this world hasn't really been. We haven't really seen that Peter Pan's world all that much because I think if they try to do the Indians, it's going to cause a lot of problems, and they're better off just pretending that it doesn't exist, and we just skate past it because we didn't see him in the first game, we didn't see him in Days, and they're not in this game, and we haven't seen Neverland since this game. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they probably don't want to deal with the issues that would arise if we showed them, so to make everyone happy and safe. So yeah, all we have to do in this level is just traverse through it. There's no cutscenes as we go through. We just have to get to Skull Rock, which is all the way at the end of the level. So Terra gets to explore pretty much most of this level. I think Ventus gets to explore the least. I mean, they all pretty much come through the same ways, but certain paths are locked off depending on who you're back as. But I'm going to try to fight as many unversed as I can, mainly because I want to keep the episode count at like 20 minutes, because I feel like the last few episodes have been really good. We've been able to do a lot of the episodes in under 30, so I'm really happy about that. And because everyone's campaign primarily goes about the same way at this point, that means when we play as Aqua and Ventus, we're going to basically have 20-minute episodes. So I'm really glad that we're getting away from the hour-long episodes, because as much as I liked the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough, I think there was just way too many hour-long episodes, 50-minute episodes. And again, that's on me. I should have cut them down, but I feel like it's weird to cut like things like the 100 Acre Wood or Atlantica into parts. Because it's like, okay, one part. Also, my upload schedule. I should probably talk about that while I'm fighting Countless Heartless Unversed here. In regards to my upload schedule, I know that some people have been leaving comments like, it's fun and all, and they like watching the playthrough, but it's like a lot. I upload a lot in like a day. I'll upload like 6 to 8 videos a day, and then I'll disappear for a while, and like they want to catch up, and they can't. I know everybody's schedule is different in regards to how they watch these things, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I can go this way, but it leads to nothing. It's a dead end. Yeah, we could go this way, but it leads to another room where there's nothing around, so I'm just going to fight these Unversed really fast right here in the front. I'm going to use this level as a leveling up ground, which is what I usually do when I'm trying to get to like a higher level in this game to tackle some of the end game stuff, so I'm definitely going to come back here myself, but no point in doing it now because it just leads to a dead end, so I'm just going to pick up this stuff real fast and make my way back to the Mermaid Lagoon. Yeah, so in regards to my upload schedule, the reason why I upload the way I do, all haphazardly like that, is because I sometimes don't have the time to do one upload a day. Like, I literally don't have the time to even go to my computer and upload just one video, so I like to do it in spurts. Also, the reasoning why, like, if you noticed recently with the Kingdom Hearts 2 stuff, there was that one day where I uploaded a ton in one go. That was because Spider-Man and Tomb Raider were coming out, and I knew that I was going to be playing those games for a couple of days, and I didn't want to get distracted and lose focus, because I figured, oh boy, Spider-Man's going to come out, I'm going to definitely want to play the hell out of that, and Tomb Raider's out, and I'm going to want to play the hell out of that, and I'm going to totally screw Kingdom Hearts over, because I'm going to be too excited playing brand new games instead of games I've played 100 times, but yeah, I got through them really fast, actually. I beat them in under a week for both of them, so I was able to just get right back into this. So I was actually pretty happy I was able to do that, and I don't think I'm going to be able to kill these guys, because I'm going to keep knocking them off. Yeah, just throw that around. Boom. There we go. He just fell. He's going to respawn with full health, so I'm not even going to bother. Yeah, so I definitely, that's why I upload like that. So sorry if I upload like a lot in a day. Just know that if I upload like 8 videos a day, I'm not going to upload another 8 the next day. I know sometimes it's like, but because I feel like you should just, you know, just get through it already. I mean, if people are interested in, who are first timers watching this, they're probably going to want to see the next episode immediately. And I do feel like a lot of the Kingdom Hearts episodes, for the most part, like that one day when I uploaded a lot, it was all the filler episodes with the Disney Worlds, where it's not really moving the plot forward. We're just sort of moving slowly through all of the worlds, and I definitely need to level up a little bit because strength is not my friend right now. Although I'm about to level up, I think. Yeah, 200 points of experience left, and I definitely will get that in the next few minutes. Yeah, so this is it. It's just this area. The next area, I believe, is the final. I think there's 2 more areas we got to go through, but... And, game, the camera angle. Okay, the game did not like that. Let's open this up. I think we got some mimic chests here as well as we go up here. So yeah, I definitely need to level up and get strength because I'm taking like 4 combo hits to hit these guys. So let's just quickly break through the rocks here. Oh, yeah, I forgot, you can't use finishing commands to break the rocks. You have to use an actual combo. So yeah, sorry if my upload schedule is frantic with that stuff. I just don't have the time. Also, to those wondering if the reviews are ever going to come back onto the channel, because I know it's been a few months now, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in the other playthroughs, but it's not really a good time for reviews. My job doesn't really allow me to do as many reviews as I would like to, because I would love to do loads of reviews, but it's so time consuming these days, and with my job I just don't have the time. And with the Let's Plays, it's pretty easy because all I have to do is sit and play the game and talk, and I don't really have to do too much editing. And I know that seems like a bit of a lazier technique where I'm just sort of, oh, I don't really have to do that much, so it's easier. But I like this, and I feel like I'm not just doing this for the hell of it. I feel like we're doing this to prepare for Kingdom Hearts 3 because I'm really excited for that. So I really wanted to try and do all the games for Kingdom Hearts before we got to the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's really why I'm doing this. I don't even know if I'm going to do other Let's Plays like after I'm done with Kingdom Hearts. I might take a break and go back to doing reviews after that. I've been thinking about doing more Let's Plays only because it would basically remove doing reviews of certain games because I wouldn't have to review them. I would just, oh, good, strength increased. I could just Let's Play them. So like if I wanted to do a game that I'm interested in reviewing, maybe instead of doing a review, I could just play it and tell you guys what's like wrong with it and what's good about it as we play through it. And, you know, this way I get some content on the channel and it's a little bit easier. So we'll see what happens with that going forward. And I'm sorry this is turning into a talking video, but this literally is just me running from one end of the map to the other as if I was leveling up. So, yeah, this is it, the final area over here. We just got to go through, I think, one more room. Watch Terra swim, which I forgot. Yeah, you can't jump. You have to go to, like, this little area and then move on. I hope that's fixed in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, so there's Skull Rock over there. I think we just have to take the boat down here, and I think this will finally trigger a cutscene. Nope, we still gotta go inside the cove. And yep, unversed. So yeah, this is it. So this level is basically okay. We gave up with cutscenes, guys. Just go fight everything. Fight everything in the level, and we'll call it there. So yeah, this is just sort of a run through the level and fight everything bit, which is good. I mean, it's good for me because I'm gonna need to level up anyway. So let's quickly grab this chest, and then we'll head inside the cat cave. So yeah, Captain Hook's manipulated us as we can tell, but it's kind of cool that they do that. You know, it's interesting to see from that side.
Well done.
Pardon me, Captain, but it's about that star I was mentioning to ye.
Mr. Smee, I ordered you to drop that. I'll not have you gushing on about some shooting star.
But Captain, most shooting stars twinkle for a bit and then they go out. But this one, it kept on sparkling and shining even after it crashed down. Why, what if it's really a big, enormous, priceless gemstone?
Idiot! Why didn't you tell me? We've a bit of business to attend to and must, I fear, step away. I trust you can see to things till I return.
Sure. When Peter Pan gets here, I'll be waiting.
That old codfish looks like he's found himself a new flunky. I'll fly down and distract him. Men, you move in and nab the treasure.
Are you Peter Pan?
That's me.
The light is not yours to take.
Yeah, let's not have a rational conversation. Let's just fight the guy. I mean, come on, Terra. You should talk to him. Let him know, like, what's going on. Is he really after the treasure? Like, what's in the treasure? Ask him what his mother's name is. Maybe that's it. Maybe we can connect on that level. Also, I love that he's got 2 lost boys with him. I know there's more in the movie, but they only did 2. Because I guess if you'd only done 1, it wouldn't really be the lost boys. Now, would it? It would be the lost boy. And that'd be kind of weird. Yeah, so we get to actually fight Peter, which is kind of cool. And this is like what I'm talking about. I wish they would do this more often. I mean, I guess it's not easy to do with Sora, because, like, Sora will be friends with anything immediately because he's Sora and he's so naive. But, I don't know, I just feel like it would be so cool if, like, we went into a Disney World and, like, we got to team up with, like, the villain, and we didn't know. I mean, we know it's the villain because, you know, we've seen the movie, but, like, Sora or the main character wouldn't know that. It's definitely something I think they should play around with in later games. They really don't play around with it anymore after this game because Terra's kind of like their guinea pig for that because he's kind of a conflicted character with his darkness, like I said. Also, Jesus, Peter, your knife really hurting me. Yeah, the bad thing about Peter is he likes to stay up in the air a lot, so shot locks are probably the way to go with him. I probably don't have the best one. This one's pretty good because it automatically jumps into him, and actually I didn't have to beat him, but I got Blade Charge. Well, I guess we don't have to fight him all the way.
What do you want with the light?
Light? What light?
Look, Pan! We got the chest!
No! Not yet, you blockheads!
Hey!
Whoa! That hurt!
Oh, sorry.
Now what is this?
Pirate treasure, of course. Jewels, doubloons, you know, the usual stuff.
I've been guarding a pile of loot?
Sounds like you've been tricked.
I'll say. I owe you an apology. I picked a fight over nothing.
Oh, it was all in good fun. Not every day I get to fight such a good swordsman. Say, what's your name anyway?
Terra.
Right then, Terra. Which way did Hook go?
They said something about a shooting star.
Shooting star? Tinkerbell must be in danger. Men, guard that treasure with your lives! Aye, aye, sir!
You go and get him, Pan!
Well, I should be on my way.
Alright, we got our dealing with Peter Pan. And we're not quite done yet. We still got to deal with Captain Hook. He did trick us. But first, it looks like we'll have to deal with the mysterious noise inside of the cavern. I don't think Terra actually fights Captain Hook.
Unversed. Stay back.
Well, so now that I'm thinking about it, do you know how many movies have been based on Peter Pan now that I think of it? It's not even just a Disney movie. They keep trying to do that every couple of years. I think the most recent thing was that, what was it, that movie with Hugh Jackman a few years back, Pan? I don't even watch that one because I heard it was terrible, but like they keep trying to remake Peter Pan like over and over again and do different versions. There was the Hook version with Robin Williams, and there was that 2003 version with Jason Isaacs where he played Captain Hook and the parents, which was kind of weird, and there was that Hugh Jackman one. And then there's like a book series, like it's like a prequel, I think Peter and the Starcatchers, that's another thing. There's like so many things. But I guess the one thing I was thinking about also, like when Peter meets Terra and he sees that he has a Keyblade, I guess the reason why he doesn't mention that to Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 is because Peter seems like the type of guy that wouldn't really care. Like he would meet somebody with a Keyblade and probably not give two craps about it, and probably not even remember that he saw him. So I bet even if you asked him, like, yo, Peter, have you ever seen a guy with a Keyblade? He'd probably be like, nope, I've never seen somebody with a Keyblade. So yeah, I think that's what they had to be careful with some of the worlds that they picked, and we didn't even have to fight all of them there, but I think that's the final boss for Neverland with Terra. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Boy, you sure cut that monster down to
Ahoy! How fare ye, lad?
Hook!
Go hide. Fine. All's well. What's that?
Tinkerbell, one of Peter Pan's dearest friends.
Can I take a look?
So long as I have his precious pixie, Pan's demise is all but assured. What's the meaning of this?
You know, I didn't give it that much thought. Just doing what my heart tells me.
It's mutiny, and you'll walk the plank for it. That sound!
Hooray! We sure showed Hook this time!
And every star up there is another world.
Huh? Terra.
Yep. Hard to believe there are so many worlds out there besides our own. The light is their hearts. And it's shining down on us like a million lanterns.
What? I don't get it.
In other words, they're just like you, Ven.
What does that mean?
You'll find out someday, I'm sure.
I want to know now.
Oh, so much for the pirate treasures.
Did you guys really want the jewels and gold that badly?
Nah, we don't care about that stuff.
But Pan was counting on us.
I'll tell you what. Put the stuff that's really special to you in there. That can be your treasure.
Yeah! Real swell idea. Thanks!
Kinda makes me wonder what I'd put in there.
Alright, we got Pixie Petal, and that's it for Neverland, so we're done.
This light. It's so warm.
somewhere out there, there's this tree with star-shaped fruit.
Aqua. Ven. I wonder if we'll ever be a team again. Looks like all the things that once held us together just push us further away. And now the light has led me here. What am I supposed to do?
Hey, slow down. Would you just wait for me? Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I can't run anymore.
Light. Was I guided here in order to meet that boy?
Oh, ahoy! We're over here. Riku, race ya. First one to the boat gets to be captain. Come on. You call that running? Hey, did you come from the outside world?
Huh? Why would you say that?
Because nobody lives out here. And I know you're not from the main island.
Smart kid. So how about you? What are you doing here?
Oh, my friend's dad took us out on the boat. This is where we like to play. But they won't let us row out here by ourselves. Not until we get older.
Must be hard, huh? Stuck in one place.
I heard once there was a kid who left for good. So how did you get here anyway?
Is there some reason you're interested in the outside world?
Yeah. I want to be strong one day. Like that kid who left. He went to the outside world. I bet he's really strong now. I know it's out there somewhere. The strength that I need.
Strength for what?
To protect the things that matter. You know, like my friends.
Outside this tiny world is a much bigger one. In your hand, take this key. So long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be, and you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you then. No more borders around or below or above, so long as you champion the ones you love.
Riku! Come on, hurry it up!
You gotta keep this a secret, okay? Otherwise all the magic will wear off.
Hey, what was that all about? You know. Know what? Why won't you tell me? Who was that guy? Somebody you know? Maybe.
Oh, there you go again. Just tell me.
I really can't. I've got to keep it a secret.
Not with me, you don't. I'm like the best secret keeper in the world.
Nice try.
Oh, Riku.
Protect the things that matter. Right. My friends matter to me too. So, I still have things that I have to protect.
There's a very interesting cutscene there. We also got a very interesting Keyblade from doing that. The ends of the earth. So we already know that Terra is the lingering will that we fought in Kingdom Hearts 2. And if we remember from that cutscene, he mentioned to Sora that he chose him for something. But Sora's not the one he chose. And he's asking where the other guy was. So yeah, it's Riku. And the reason why Riku was able to be the original Keyblade wielder is because of this moment right here, when Terra let him touch his Keyblade. So they kind of retconned this from the original series. So originally it seems like Keyblades are just sort of like wands from Harry Potter, where they just pick their owner, just whatever the hell. Well, technically they've never really said that. They've just said that the Keyblade chooses its wielder and then gets stuck to them. So in all fairness, that was kind of true. The Keyblade chose Sora when Riku turned to darkness, but they added this little thing here to basically explain why not everyone can pick it up and why not everyone can wield it. So as long as you've done this thing called an induction ceremony, where Terra said that little rhyming thing with the simple act of taking thing, that allows you to wield a Keyblade. So in this moment right here, Riku was destined to have the Keyblade, which, as we saw in Kingdom Hearts 1, didn't quite pan out because he kind of opened his heart to the darkness, and then the Keyblade went to Sora by default. There's a reason for why that is, but we'll get to that maybe a little bit later in this game. So we also got Ends of the Earth, which is the Keyblade that Terra was using during our fight with him as the Lingering Well. So it's all coming together, isn't it? There's also one more thing. Riku mentioned a kid that left the islands. And if you remember from the intro cutscene of the game, we saw a man in a black jacket with gray, silver hair on the beach. We just saw him again there before he morphed into the older Riku. That guy in black is not Riku, it's somebody else, and maybe you've been able to figure out who it is, because at the beginning cutscene that character faded into another character who we've already met. So maybe you've been able to figure it out. I won't spoil it right now because it does sort of come up in another game where they fully explain it. So if you're paying attention, maybe you know who that gray-haired individual is. It would make a lot of sense if you did, but if you didn't, don't worry, they'll explain it in another game. So we're going to move on from here.
That light. Is it Ben?
Master Terra, find me. We must speak at once.
Master Xehanort.
Alright, so we unlocked the command board for Neverland. Again, shoot me in the leg. And that's it. The map is done. We just came from the Destiny Islands, which for some reason they decided not to make an actual image of, and I don't even know why it's on the world map, because you can't go back to it. Like, at any point in the game, you cannot go back to it. I don't know if maybe you were supposed to at some point, but yeah, you can't. So I think we have to go back to, yeah, we have to go back here to the Badlands, which is now named for some reason. I thought we'd have to go back to the Land of Departure next, but I can't really remember this part of the game all that well. So yeah, we got to go back to the Badlands. So this episode's gone on for 34 minutes, so let's end it here. And on the next episode, we will head back to the Badlands and figure out what's up with Master Xehanort, and maybe we'll get a few more answers as to where this game's going, because we're done with all the Disney Worlds. It's time to wrap this stuff up. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching.